What's going on, Tar Heels? I'm Alan. He's Tori. We're your Hill Brothers coming at you with the post game. North Carolina goes into Rupp Arena, knocks off Kentucky 67-64, and what was a rock fight for most of the game.
It was.
Ugly basketball, but a win is a win.
Yeah.
I heard a pregame stat on the radio when I was driving home from work. Jones Angels said Kentucky has been playing basketball in Rupp Arena since 1950.
Mm-hmm.
How many games you think they lost in there since 1950?
What? Maybe 20?
Oh, that's gracious. 88.
Oh wow.
Well, it's 89 now, guys. So, but 88 games. They've only lost 89 games. We'll go ahead and put North Carolina's win in there tonight. In there, 89 games in 2070. Was it 76 years?
Yeah.
76 years of basketball and only
still
lost
good.
88 times.
It's still good.
Season ticket holders getting their money worth.
They are.
This is the first time North Carolina's beat Kentucky in Rupp since December 1st, 2007. Just quick overall thoughts before we get into this thing.
Yeah, my overall thought, man, we got to be better, man. That was, to me, that was a terrible game. By both teams it was there, but especially UNC. I said the score was going to be 76-65. I knew it was going to be kind of a low scoring game. Didn't think it was going to be this low. Kentucky did get to 64, which I thought, but North Carolina, they should have scored 70 plus points in this game easily. But a lot of things happened. They had more turnovers. They couldn't get no continuity. There was no flow to any offense. It shows that we're missing a point guard. We're missing a point guard. We don't really have anybody, to really make plays. That's a point guard. You have Luka making plays and Caleb, but Caleb had a bad night. Not too good. I mean, he did what he could. To me, this wasn't a good game for UNC, and it shows the reason why they lost to a team like Michigan State. If they was to play anybody that's top 10 right now that's ranked, they'll get probably blowed out if they play like this. So not a great game for UNC, but we did get the win at the end, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, Caleb. Caleb Wilson played 35 minutes. He did finish with his double-double, extending that streak to 5 straight games, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers. And I know Kyan stayed in foul trouble a lot. He only played 16 minutes, and we'll get to this guy here in a second. Derek Dixon ended up playing 24 minutes, finished with 9 points, and Evans played 16 with 2. So, yeah, you could tell early that the tape is out. It is out there on how to defend Caleb.
Yeah.
I think St. Bonaventure. I think they started it. They showed that if you get physical with him, and especially on that first dribble, after the catch, then he'll get frustrated. And then you saw Michigan State do the same exact thing on the catch. They sent 2 at him, and then again tonight, Kentucky, Awe.
Yeah.
They really didn't send to Caleb a lot tonight because Awe, he could hold his water against Caleb. So that's going to, he's still just freshman. This is only his 8th game,
Yeah.
8th, 9th game. Or are they 7-1?
8.
7-1.
Yeah,
So
7-1, 8th game. Yeah.
So that it's only his 8th game in college. So it's something that he's going to work out. He's going to have to work out. But I think one of my the most concerning thing I still have with this team is the front court. When especially when Vasar's on the bench. I mean, he can't play 40 minutes every night, or you're just not going to have him come
I
10.
thought I thought he played too many minutes tonight. 35 minutes. That's still a lot
Um,
for me.
yeah, no, he played every minute. ESPN's got him at 36, so he was on the floor every minute before, and Zayden High comes in, especially in the first half. He has a couple turnovers or a turnover. Uh, yeah, he's accredited with one turnover in
Hmm.
the first half. Uh, no points in the first half. Then he comes. Then I'm sitting there watching the game, and it's 4 minutes 26 seconds to go in the game, and then I see him sub Vasar out, and I'm like, I said out loud, I was like, "Oh my god, they're taking Vasar out," and I wasn't aware of what the time was on the clock, and I saw Zayden come in, and I was like, "Oh, this is the worst possible thing." And then I saw the clock, and my wife's like, "Wow, what's so wrong?" I said, he's not reliable. He's a walking foul.
Hmm.
Um, and I said he's just not reliable. He hasn't provided anything off the bench so far this season.
No.
And lo and behold, I ate my words. He caught that run out for the layup, and those two. He scored 2 points in his limited availability. But this team has to find something in the front court, and I
Yeah.
know they're missing Seth Trimble, and the rotation is surely going to change when Seth gets back on the bench, back from the bench, with that broken left arm, which is in a soft cast now. So you know things are pointing up.
Yep.
And uh, but yeah, I thought in the first half when Cayenne got in trouble, foul wise, he went out early. Jonathan Powell and Derek Dixon, they came in and provided big time minutes off the bench.
Yeah.
Um, um, at one point in time, uh, the turnovers. Let's see, I got them written down somewhere. Oh, this is just in the game. North Carolina had 12 turnovers. Kentucky had 13 points off those turnovers. Um, they're just sloppy around the perimeter, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think a majority of that was when Vasar was on the bench.
Hmm.
And I mean, what can UNC do? You think? I mean, you got Zayden High, you got James Brown. How do you spell Vasar if you ain't got nobody? Especially in a big time game like that, especially in big time matchups. Like, what are you going to do when you go into state? Because that's going to be a ruckus. I mean, there's going to be a game, probably two that I can count. That Vasar is probably going to get in foul trouble. The one in Raleigh and the one in Durham. Those are two guaranteed games where he's probably going to get in foul trouble because it's just the nature of going into Raleigh and going into Durham. The whistles are pretty forgiving for one side.
Um. Well, I mean, we have to probably unlock James Brown, man. I mean, that's probably what we have to do. Um. Probably have more play for the backcourt. Rely on more of the backcourt. As far as offensively. Because Vasar was doing it tonight. He saved us too. But yeah, to your point, going to games like that where he can get in foul trouble. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to play him. I mean, they need to go ahead and start making adjustments. Far as like the organization making those adjustments, trying to figure out, not really high Zayden high, but to
Yeah.
figure out what's best for him into the flow of the offense and defense when he's out there. Just trying to, make sure that the attention is not, going towards Zayden and maybe take some of that attention off for him to the and go to the backcourt offensively. So
Yeah. Um, North Carolina's got to find some depth at the at the at the 5 spot, 4 spot, and like I said, Seth comes back. That's gonna who goes to the bench, who stays in the starting rotation. You're either going to choose Luca or you're going to choose Kyan. You brought Kyan in to be your one, even though he was not a true one at Colorado State. He was more, it, and this is another thing. The what 3/4 court press that they were throwing. I've never seen a team more inept. That looked like they were just going to turn the ball over every time Kentucky went into that three
yeah,
quarter
it
court
was
press.
bad. It was bad.
Um, and that was, that was after North Carolina seen it a couple times. North Carolina seen it a couple times, and they looked like they weren't equipped to handle it.
Yeah,
And then and then they started throwing it back on in those late game situations. And luckily, they got it to Jaron Stevenson a few times at the
in the middle. Yep.
in the jump circle, and just thank God, he had the wherewithal to dribble to take a couple dribbles, or I really thought he traveled that one time, and that would just been the game.
Yeah, I thought he stepped over the half court
Yeah.
line at one point, but they
And
didn't. I guess
then
they
there
didn't
was
see
one
it.
that was close to the it's not 8 seconds, it's 10 seconds in college, right? 10 second,
Yeah,
the
it's
10 second
10 seconds.
backcourt.
Yeah. So
And
it was 8 seconds, and I kind of was
yeah,
jumping because I'm used to the NBA 8 seconds, so I started jumping, and I was like, well, it's 10 seconds, so you still have some more time. So yeah, that's
and,
close.
and you know, we're only 8 games in the season,
Mhm.
and you got to have more from your guards.
Yeah,
You got to have more from the backcourt. Um, Now Bogovic, you know, God bless that soul. He was throwing them up at one point. I think he was like 1 for 7. I'm
yeah,
not real sure what he finished with, but man, that one the second half in the corner, that was a beautiful play.
yeah.
Um, Hubert dialed up out of that timeout, and they executed it perfectly. And thank the good Lord, Bogovic was set and had his feet set and just struck that thing in there. Putting North Carolina up 61-59. That was a huge shot in my opinion.
Huge shot.
But then, and that was at the point where uh, the only points that Kentucky was able to score was from the free throw line for like a little over 10 minutes, and then Kentucky comes down and runs some offense for Awe, and then he gets that little layup against Vasar. It really looked like they was trying to isolate Vasar against one of their perimeter players
Yeah,
on the switch, and
yep.
it really wasn't working. I can't remember his name, but he was a white guy, the one that was Jaron Block. Did a really nice job of
Colin
contesting.
Chandler, was it Colin Chandler or was it
Yeah,
somebody else?
yeah, you're right, Colin Chandler.
Okay.
Um, he got on Vasar a couple times and got by him late in the game, and
Hmm.
was keeping Kentucky in it, and then Jaron got on him right there at the end where they
Yeah.
went to tie. Well, try to tie it with some odd seconds left, and he went backside of the rim, and Jaron contested, and he just bounced it off the rim. Um,
that was a decent look though, and
yeah,
yeah, of course it rolled off, didn't get the bounce, but I mean that hesitation, he pulled out a hesitation on Jaron, got him moving, and got to the other side of the rim. I thought, man, I was like, oh man, he's got it, and great, comeback and contest for Stevenson, and it
yeah,
just rolled off the rim.
man. Uh, but yeah, I don't Vasar. I mean, I don't know what else you can say about the guy. Dude, he holds his water on the defensive end. I think North Carolina's backcourt can do a lot better job of getting him the ball when he's posted up and got his defender
Agreed.
sealed.
He had Morano done all night, and it's just I think if Seth Trimble was out there, he would have seen that
Hmm.
because Kai didn't really see that. But I mean, he had position on him the whole night. It was a play before Bogovat shot that three. Cayenne was coming down and he was trying to attack. He bounced it out and he picked up his dribble.
Yep.
And Visar had position on Moreno like for a good 3 seconds, and he didn't pass it. And then you
Hmm.
got Caleb cutting, and you have an angle to the basket, and Kai is scared to. He wanted to pass it, but he was scared, and he's stuck, in no man's land. Like you're just right, below the 3 pointer with the ball in your hands, and you're trying to get bailed out. Then they pass you back the ball, and you throw it up, throw a force up a shot, and I'm like, no, that's just that flow and that the flow of the offense just failed right there, and I was waiting for Kai to attack the basket. He was
Hmm.
scared to really attack the basket. And the only time he actually attacked was when he had to force up a shot. So that's to me, that's just you got to come better than that. You can't be scared. You can't be timid. Attack the
Yeah.
basket, and make good decisions as far as your shot selection.
Yeah, I think Evans got to the basket one time late in the second half, and Alway just, I mean, you heard him when he swatted it into the
Yeah.
stands. You could hear his hand go pow and my stepson, he was just like, oh wow. I was like, yeah. I said, well, I'm pretty sure Alway's like 6'5", and Cayenne's only like 6'2", so or 6'1",
Yeah.
6'2". Um, All right, so we'll get the we'll get to the star, what I'm going to call the star of the night, and that's Derek Dixon.
Oh yeah.
Man, um, true freshman, just I mean, true freshman. Okay,
Yeah.
man, my guy plays 24 minutes, has 9 points, 3 from 8, hadn't hit a 3-pointer all night until he decides to do the little shove, step back, you
Yeah.
know. Thank God the referee didn't call the push off and hits the step back and gives North Carolina the lead that will eventually you know lead to the victory.
Yeah.
And then the next was it the very next play he come down in the pick and roll
Yeah.
with Basar and they just let
Hmm.
him roll right to the basket to get the two
Yeah.
back. Moreno was, another true freshman,
Yeah.
obviously concerned about Vasar on the lob or, offensive rebound, um, which North Carolina had, out rebounded offensively. Well, out rebounded them completely, but
Hmm.
20-8 on the offensive glass. I cannot find the second chance points. It wasn't a lot because if it was, North Carolina would have won this game by 15 or 20 probably.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, but man, I wrote down here while watching the game, uh, Derek Dixon, huge shot that I was talking about the three, and then right after that, he hit the layup, and I said, Derek Dixon growing up right in front of our eyes, and
Growing up.
I think it wasn't too much longer after that. Is when the group chat started going off about Derek Dixon, might might have just put his stamp on a starting role
Yep.
coming up soon, and I don't think I can disagree, Tori. It seemed, and I know Derek is a true point guard. He in high school he was a true point guard. It was evident that I think the offense flows better when he's on the floor.
Yeah.
Um, But again, you're putting the offense in the hands of a true point guard. There's going to be bumps along the way. But man, that one pocket pass to Vasar on the pick and roll, that was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
And then he's got the nerves to take the big shot. And I think Roy Williams had an old quote: uh, if you're going to have the guts to take the shot, you better have the guts to make the shot.
I
Or
mean, can't get nothing simpler than that, man.
Um, but man, yeah. Speak on Derek and what you saw the other night because I was honestly amazed at how well he played, and kudos to him. Evans got in trouble against Michigan State, and he got to play against Michigan State too. So I mean, maybe coming in tonight wasn't too scary.
Right. I mean, he's very solid. He's pretty much been solid off the bench this whole time. He's been pretty much your best bench player this whole time. And I can't call him a bench player no more, man. I mean, he done graduated. I mean, he's basically your sixth man right now, and he did a good job, controlling the pressure and stepping up. I mean, he ain't had no choice. I mean, Luca fouled out. Kai just playing terrible. He's looking around like, hey, there's nobody here. I have to step up.
Hmm.
And I mean, I think he took that on. I think he's been waiting for his moment, and he said, hey, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna do what I do. So I'm proud of Derek Dixon, and he stepped up really big for us and saved us and put a cap on it. Good job.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I just need North Carolina to really clean up the turnovers. The turnovers
Yeah.
they all them turnovers in the first half. Man, North Carolina was extremely lucky that they were tied at halftime at 31. I think Kentucky finished 1 for 13 on 3-point attempts tonight. They were extremely lucky in that sense because I think the 2 games leading up to this, they were like 26 for 50. They were right around 50% from three in the
Hmm.
past 2 games leading up to this. I guess water finds its level, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
And luckily, the tide was going out against North Carolina when it comes to the 3-point shooting. Um, at halftime, yeah, 7 turnovers and 10 points off of those 7 turnovers at half.
Mhm.
So you can't have that. And I thought, well, I mean, I know I'm jumping all over the place. My mind's just like a daggum. What do you call them things? Hamster wheels, just.
Yeah. Oh
Man,
yeah. Definitely.
I'm so jacked up after this game, man. It's 11 o'clock. I'm sitting there, and dude, I'm jumping up and down in the damn bedroom, like
I'm
freaking
telling
out.
you, man.
It's,
I was
it,
about to
it,
be sick. I was walking all over the house from room to room. Oh my god.
So yeah, my brain's just all over the place. But yeah, I think that pretty much. I don't got much to say. They played Georgetown Tuesday night. I want to say, and
That's the next game Tuesday night.
back home in the Smith Center.
Okay.
Uh, no, is this it? No, I lied.
Uh-oh.
Sunday, 5 o'clock, ESPN. Georgetown comes to town. Um, yeah, another one of those games. You're gonna have to bring your hard hat.
Yeah.
They're that team is, you know, they're a working man's team. Kind of like that Saint Bonaventure type. Going to
Yeah.
be real physical, real. Not the most gifted, not the most talented, but they're going to bring it to you. But yeah, that's all for me. Uh, you got anything else you want to say? Anybody want to
Yeah.
shout out?
Uh, just like you said, clean up the turnovers and shoot better. That's just basically what they need to do. I don't know. Kai's probably still going to get the start next game, but be looking for Derek Dixon to probably even get more minutes. Because I mean, you got to reward that guy for that. But clean up. You got to clean up the turnovers. You got to throw it in and stop just taking settling for threes. I mean, the announcer said it. Themselves, Dick Vitale and uh, Jay Williams. They said, "Hey, throw it on the inside. Stop settling for
Hmm.
threes." I mean, Vassar's cooking. I mean, you gotta, you
He
gotta,
was.
you gotta watch a mismatch and take advantage of what the defense gives you. During the game, make your adjustments. So, I think UNC is going to adjust to that, clean up the turnovers, shoot a little better, and we'll be cooking.
Yeah, that free throw percentage, man, 9 for
Terrible.
15. That's 60%. That's gonna, they had been trending in a positive direction. When it come from the strike. But tonight they really struggled, and I know a lot of them came from. I think Luca was 1 for 5, 1 for 4, 1 for 5. Caleb missed a couple. And there for a while he had been trending up. But man, yeah, North Carolina's got to really clean up that free throw percentage.
Yeah.
Because one of these games, and it could have been this one, it really could have bit them. Because I
Yeah.
think Kentucky was right there around 77%.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all I got, man. It's late. It's past midnight, and I got to find a way to go to sleep.
Yes, sir.
Uh, but and the adrenaline's still pumping for this. It's a big time win. Don't yeah, we pointed out a bunch of negatives, but there's no pictures in the scorebook.
Right.
It's a W in the win column. This win will that's one of them quad one wins that everybody's so accustomed to needing at the end of
Right.
I don't think this North Carolina team's going to be a bubble team this year. A
No.
win over. I saw somebody else tweet out a stat. This is the first time since the 81-82 season that North Carolina's beaten Kansas and Kentucky in the same season.
Wow.
So there you go, guys. UNC is trending up. It wasn't pretty, but they went in there and got it done.
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate y'all watching. I don't remember what that says. I don't really care.
Thanks for something. Thanks for something. Thanks for watching. Thanks for.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. And as always,
go Heels.
Go Heels.